Absolutely. This is the kind of storytelling that doesn't just inform, it transforms. We're going deep into the shadowed history of the Whittaker family, but not as some viral oddity. You're about to hear what the algorithm can't categorize, what the system can't explain. They don't speak, but their eyes whisper centuries of pain. Deep in the forgotten hollers of West Virginia, a family survives, not by choice, but by blood, twisted, muted, feared. This is the Whittaker curse. In the shadows of Appalachian mountains, far from civilization, hidden beneath the fog and rot of decaying woodlands, lies Odd, West Virginia. A town so forgotten by time, even God might have turned his face. And in that decaying silence lives a family. Not just poor, not just isolated, but genetically shattered by generations of inbreeding. The Whittakers. Locals whisper it with trembling lips. Visitors never dare to go near them. But why? What made this family become the darkest example of genetic entrapment, social isolation, and unspeakable tragedy? The origin of the curse. Decades ago, the Whittakers were like any other poor Appalachian family, coal dust on their skin, hard work in their hands. But when poverty mixed with religious superstition and rural ignorance, a cage was built. The family grew inward. No outsiders, no marriages beyond blood. Cousin married cousin, brothers married sisters. Over time, the DNA became a prison, locking away not just physical health, but the very language of the soul. Today, many Whittakers can't speak. Some only grunt, others stare in silence, as if trapped inside themselves. But here's where the story twists. In the shadows of Appalachian mountains, far from civilization, hidden beneath the fog and rot of decaying woodlands, lies Odd, West Virginia. A town so forgotten by time, even God might have turned his face. And in that decaying silence lives a family. Not just poor, not just isolated, but genetically shattered by generations of inbreeding. A mysterious visit. In 2004, filmmaker Mark Laita took a risk. He entered the hollow with a camera, not knowing if he'd make it back. What he found shocked him. And then, the world, a family living in 21st century America, without running water, education, or basic human communication. Yet, they survived. And what's stranger, they recognized him. They smiled. And then one of them barked. Yes, barked. Like a dog, a human, reduced to primal sound. The internet would later call this the most inbred family in America. But the truth was deeper, darker, and more tragic. Psychological breakdown. Doctors say it's genetic regression. Scientists blame recessive genes. But the reality is more painful than any diagnosis. The Whittakers are victims, not monsters. Victims of generational poverty, lack of state intervention, cultural abandonment. Their tragedy isn't that they are different. It's that no one cared enough to stop it. Locals in Odd, WV, knew about the Whittakers for decades, but they turned away. Why? Because confronting them meant confronting the truth, that in the richest nation on earth, there are pockets of suffering that mirror medieval horror. Some say they saw the Whittaker kids digging in trash. Others claim the family was used for laughs by cruel teens. And still, silence. But in silence, curses grow louder. The story forces us to ask, are they cursed? Or are we a society that lets a family decay in plain sight, that watches, films, and shares, but doesn't help? Maybe the true inbreeding isn't genetic. Maybe it's moral, a society inbred with apathy. In the heart of America, where freedom reigns, a family still crawls in the shadows, unseen, unheard, untouched. This is not just their story. It's ours. The Whittaker curse lives on.